Soft mists glide over golden mountains. Amidst the clouds, a white horse gallops without touching the ground. Its body shines like wet porcelain, and each step leaves trails of light. They say it is the wind taking shape, swift enough to traverse time. When it breathes, the air bends. When it neighs, thunder responds. Some see it as a dragon in disguise, a spirit that accepts mount form only from those who have mastered their own hearts. Legend has it that Lu Dongbin, the wisest of the 8 immortals, rode this dragon horse to cross between realms, leaving behind the scent of lotus and the calm of the winds. And while the horse loses itself in the heights, in the waters below, something awakens. A golden carp that dreams of the sky. If this is making sense to you, subscribe now and comment what you think. That tells me to keep going, and it makes sure you get the next ones without missing them. The reflection of a golden carp breaks the surface of a calm lake. In the blue depths, a giant carp swims against the current. Each scale reflects the sun like a mosaic of liquid embers. It fears no waterfalls. Where others sink, it leaps. Legend has it that when it reaches the top of the waves, the sky opens. The carp becomes a dragon. The impossible becomes a path. Its body vibrates with the sound of flutes and Taoist bells, an echo between the river and the clouds. It is said that Zhangui Lao, one of the 8 immortals, rode such a carp to cross the oceans of mist and carry messages between the gods. It is said that the trail left by its fins transforms into a rainbow. And as the carp disappears into the waves, a graceful figure appears in the forest, accompanied by a white deer. Bamboo leaves sway in the breeze. Among them, a white deer with luminous antlers appears. In the silent woods, a white deer walks slowly, as if time follows its steps. Its eyes reflect the sunrise, and wherever it steps, flowers bloom. It represents longevity, not through strength, but through calm. It is said that its fur carries the glow of the moon, and that no hunter can follow it for long. Those who try are lost in dreams. The deer does not flee, it simply changes worlds. It is said that Lan Kai He, the most enigmatic of the 8 immortals, crossed the mountains astride this ethereal deer, carrying with him a basket of flowers that never withered. And as the deer disappears among the petals, a soft neigh is heard from a white donkey that fits inside a bag. A stone road stretches between misty mountains. A small white donkey emerges, exchanging slow steps. Between the valleys, a white donkey carries the silence, as if it were weightless. It needs no reins or rest. It simply moves on, leaving no footprints. But what makes it legendary is not the journey itself, but the way it ends. When the traveler dismounts, the donkey folds in on itself until it fits in the palm of their hand. It is said that simply by blowing on it, it returns to its natural size and continues on its journey. Legend has it that Zhang Kualo, one of the 8 immortals, used this foldable donkey to cross deserts and mountains. At night, he kept it inside a small bamboo box, as if guarding a secret. And as the donkey disappears into the horizon, a distant roar awakens, the fierce echo of a spiritual tiger. Lightning cuts through a humid jungle. A golden tiger emerges from the shadows. In the southern mountains, the tiger is the sound of the earth breathing. Its footsteps make the leaves tremble, and the air changes direction when it growls. It doesn't hunt for hunger, it hunts for balance. They say that each line on its skin is a trace of yin and yang, marking the boundary between the visible and invisible worlds. Those who see it face to face feel the weight of 1,000 thunderclaps and the silence that follows them. It is said that Hong Shangzi, a musician and poet among the 8 immortals, rode the spiritual tiger to harmonize the winds and the sound of celestial bells.
Wherever he passed, the jungle bowed to the rhythm of his flute. And as the tiger disappears into clouds of vapor, a white feather falls from the sky, the sign of a goose in flight.
A rosy dawn sky. A white goose slowly crosses the clouds in perfect formation. Above the valleys, the wild goose traces the path between the world and the sky. Its flights follow invisible lines, like threads of music that connect the earth to infinity. Each wing beat is a silent prayer, and its shadow on the lake seems to write poetry. They say it never flies alone. Each goose carries on the tips of its feathers the memory of those who came before. Therefore, when one soars, they all soar. It is said that He Xianggu, the only woman among the 8 immortals, traveled on a wild goose with silver plumage. From high above, she scattered petals that cured illnesses and calmed the winds. And when the last goose disappears over the horizon, the reflection of a flower opens in the water, the lotus of purity. A calm lake at dusk, petals slowly open over the water. In the center of the water, a lotus floats unhurriedly. The flower appears motionless, yet it carries the movement of the entire world. Between the mud and the surface, it grows clean, unstained, the symbol of purity that overcomes chaos. When night falls, its inner light awakens. They say the lotus shines only for those who can see beyond its reflection. It is the throne, the boat, and the path, all at once. Legend has it that Kalguju, the noblest among the 8 immortals, traveled upon a golden lotus that moved to the sound of invisible bells. Each chime marked the rhythm of harmony between heaven and man. And when a lotus closes in the darkness, a golden cloud rises, the final passage before the divine. The sky turns golden. Tiny particles of light swirl until they form a shimmering cloud. At the end of all roads, there is a cloud that does not belong to time. It moves slowly, changing shape as the wind breathes. They say that those who reach this height no longer need ground. A golden cloud is the symbol of ascension, the moment when the body dissolves and the spirit learns to float. It does not transport, it transforms. It is said that Li Taikwai, the most enigmatic of the 8 immortals, traveled upon this cloud, guided by blue smoke that rose from his magical head. They say he could disappear within it and reappear wherever fate called him. And when the cloud disappears below the horizon, the cycle begins again. A white horse appears from the mists, ready to run again.